So,
Who informed you of this condition?
oh, I got the report. I saw the report on Friday. I saw the
Can
report.
Mr. Franco Vieto answer that question as the assistant deputy? Can you answer the question on why it was pulled off the agenda? You would be closer than he would be to the information. And
Really?
so,
No, that's a good question. The simple answer, there's nothing to be hidden here. The reason is, there was a lot of media attention. And there was a lot of information that came from a lot of other groups. And there's just, it was so overwhelming that we had to kind of stop and take a step back and rethink our process.
Were you guys ashamed?
Say that again?
Were you guys embarrassed?
Why
You
did
were?
you take the media, Frank? Why not the people?
It's
No offense to Loretta and Layla, but the people matter before what comes out in the press.
Well, what I'm saying, Constance, is that we started hearing more from people. People started calling City Hall.
Well,
and,
they shamed you guys.
so is that the reason, because of the media attention, that all of a sudden what surfaced is a commission?
No, not at all. And again, if Troy's misleading you, that
No, he's not misleading us.
Okay. Well, I just want to. It's a very
He's deferring it.
right. No, that's fine. It's a very simple answer.
Well, who
It's-
decided about the commission? When did that meeting happen? In what office on what day?
Oh, well, I can't think of that.
We pay you to think.
Well, I realize that, but I was saying that these discussions have been in the works.
And they were in the works without public comment?
If they were to work for a while, why were we involved in this process all this time over the past couple of weeks?
Oh, now we can't believe you
Let me answer
either.
the question. Let me answer the question. On April 14th, I was called into Troy's office. If I include the media, I'll be ostracized. What he just said was, we were officially ostracized because the media got involved.
There you
Thank
go.
you for answering the question.
But
You're being dishonest too.
I'm trying to make sense. You said that this has been in the works for a few weeks, and we're still being invited to meetings as if our process was going along fine. So it just doesn't make sense to me. Can you explain that?
I didn't know about the ordinances going forward until Friday. That's what I found out.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
I
I
didn't
don't
know.
think the staff or.
Well, then the people hired, they should have respect for these people who go to the meeting.
Was it John
Should
Danielson or
inform
not?
them. We have all of our
I'm
emails.
told you to answer it. Someone had to do it. Was it hired or not?
I think we're losing.
No, we're not. We're just getting deeper in it. No, we're not losing it.
You have a question.
There was a discussion once we started hearing more information collectively as a management team that we needed to take a step back and look at the process.
Well, who's in charge? John Danielson, right?
The city manager, I'm the deputy city manager.
Well, it sounds like the process was taken. It sounds like the process was taken further out of the people who can have direct input and they never even do this. What if the commission, the park commission, who we don't know what the process is going to be in terms of influencing those decisions about what's going to go on the ground.
Because you guys have special interests too.
About having some sort of fair representation to develop parks through the city of program.
So is it fair to say that, as you heard the wrong words, and you had your small meeting with the staff, that at that time the staff determined, because we don't want to fight the media, we don't want the wrong information to get out, we don't want the citizens to feel as though they own us and can collectively tell us how to operate. What we'll do is we'll put in that monkey wrench that everybody puts in and say, okay, what we'll do is we'll determine that we'll have a commission and we'll do all these other things. We'll leave our staffer out because we can't put him in jeopardy, because if he knew in advance, that's a terrible thing. So it appears to me, one might argue, that when the minds and the powers that be determined that there was just too much media, i.e. the same way we turned off the faucet when they wanted us to just have a mayor so that they could have it their way, and we said, that's not right. That's what they did here, and in order to quench the voices, they decided, let's throw this in. So I think, again, folks, our meeting's come to an end, and we now know that Troy is going to take information. He's also going to let them know that we're not happy that they try to put from the citizens to you. It is not your thinking, it's not your voice. And we're unhappy that they determined in a small group to throw in something that is against the wishes of our input. We might have gone along with it. But we feel that it's been underhanded.
Absolutely.
And the media is our only link. The media is our only link to the facts that are out there. And And if the media got involved, that's saying the city of Elk Grove doesn't want the media to hear it, because the media will link it to the papers, which will link it to us on a porch near you. That's just the way it seems. So it looks like you're not playing fair. And
I think we have enough information at this point to take that. So, I think maybe now's the appropriate
Yeah,
time.
now's a good time, man.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and council members. What's before you is an ordinance of the City of Elk Grove relating to parks. It's a first step which follows on the city's general plan, committing as a policy statement to become more involved in parks. It carves out the area of the Laguna Ridge Specific Plan, and I think it's called the Southeast Study Area, as the areas in which there are currently no parks, no park services, and the City of Elk Grove would provide parks in that area. The Laguna Ridge Specific Plan is already under the process of designing those parks, selecting where those parks were. The council has already worked with the Laguna Ridge developers and managed to extract nearly 7 acres of parkland and another approximately 2 acres or 2.5 acres of open space and trails land for that. This ordinance does very modest things. It starts off by creating a parks department within the city and creates the position of a parks director. That position, already by council direction, would be one of the duties that would be taken on by the community services director. That recruitment is ongoing. There are other things that community services director is going to do, including facilities, open space, and the job description has all the things the council directed, but this is one of those things. The ordinance also makes it very clear that in that area that I've just enumerated, the City of Elk Grove will be proceeding to obtain parkland through the Mitigation Fee Act and through the other tools that are available to it to obtain parkland and fees to construct and build and maintain parks within those areas. It also creates a park commission, which allows the city council and advisory committee to look at the various issues that may be pertinent to those areas and come forth with ideas and parks in those areas. Again, this is an ordinance that's very limited in scope. It's limited strictly to those areas that I've mentioned. And again, it's part of the city council's direction as a part of the general plan to move forward and go forward with more involvement in parks.
So with that, is there a motion?
I move we accept the ordinance.
Is there a second? There's a first and a second. Any other discussion? All those in
As
favor?
an ordinance, yeah, we'd need to have that introduced and read.
You got to read it?
I recommend we introduce and waive the full reading by substitution of title only an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Elk Grove related to parks.
There's a first and a second. Is that correct, Ms. Sherman? Okay. No other discussion? All those, Madam Clerk, we're good? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Noes? Motion carries. Thank you very much for everybody coming down tonight. I sincerely appreciate it and hope we keep the dialogue open. Madam Clerk, next.